All right, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Straight Red. You got your boy here, O Guns. You got your boy here, Silent K, and you got Migs. Now, obviously, it's been an interesting week so far. We've got a lot more games to come. We're going to get into probably the most interesting thing at the moment and what's happened in the last 24 hours. Obviously, Tuchel had his first game at Chelsea. And because of that, no, I'm joking. We're going to get into the most interesting thing that's happened in the last 24 hours. We're going to talk about that L that Man United took from the worst team probably to ever be in the Premier League. At the moment, the worst team to ever be in the Premier League on a points basis is Derby, who had one win, which was also against Newcastle. Kenny Miller 1-0 goal. And they end up the Premier League with 11 points. How many Sheffield got at the moment? What, 7?
8.
8. Okay, well, to be fair, they'll probably beat 11. They'll probably beat 11 at this rate. But to be fair, if they're only beating teams at the bottom like Newcastle and other poor teams like Man United, they're probably not going to get very far. So, obviously, Man United took it L yesterday. I watched the game. I don't think Migs did. I know Silent K did. We're going to get into it now. Why? What happened? And what's to stop that happening again? Is this the start of the beginning of the collapse where Ollie loses the wheel and drives off a cliff?
Man said drives off a cliff. All right, now, listen. For me, from the beginning of this game, straight away, the same ugly head as showed its face again. And that's the fact that United struggle against low block teams. When Sheffield United turned up, they played 5-3-2, and all they were doing is setting traps. So Man United will get complacent, we'll pop it around slow, pass it around the back, pass it forward. Then all of a sudden, there's like 3-man pressing you, setting traps. So you can see how the pattern of the game was going to go. Okay, cool. We can debate about the first goal, which was, some people were saying it was a foul on De Gea, which probably it was, but De Gea should have been a lot stronger. He should have come out. He should have cleared everyone out the way. Poor goalkeeping. Okay, cool. 1-0 down. All right, we get the equaliser. Well done to Harry Maguire. And then this is where the real comedy kicks in now, yeah? So, and you know what? It felt like the whole moment you could see this goal was going to come, yeah? So it starts with Matic. Matic is like dribbling out of midfield, yeah? And he dribbles forward and then he plays it to Martial. Martial had 3 guys on him. Martial gets hustled off the ball, he falls down. But Matic has already run like he's going to do an overlap, yeah? So when Martial loses the ball, it's counter. When he loses the ball, Martial is strolling back. Meanwhile, Sheffield United are breezing up the pitch. Their right winger plays it across the box. It gets to Harry Maguire. Maguire shuffles the ball to De Gea. For some reason, De Gea decides not to blast this ball into the stand. Instead, he does the most timid, when I say timid, the most timid kick out. I don't even know what he did. He passes it out. It comes, in the meantime, more and more Sheffield United players are filling up the box. Man United players are strolling back. They pass it across the box again. It comes to Oliver Burke. He shoots. It deflects off of Tuanzebe in the back of the net. When you watch that whole clip, Tellez, Tuanzebe. I'm going to talk about Tuanzebe in a second, actually.
Was Tellez still on the pitch then?
Yeah, Tellez was on the pitch at that point. He was on the pitch. It was after that he got subbed for Luke Shaw. The amount of so more so, De Gea, Tellez, Tuanzebe, Martial were shocking in that particular phase of play. But in terms of the whole game, Manchester United didn't even deserve to win that game. It was and to be honest, like I said, this was coming because Man United keep doing this thing of going a goal behind and thinking we can do this miraculous comeback, relying on individuals to have great moments. You can't always have individuals to bail you out. And it was always coming. So
I'm not convinced.
Yeah, very disappointed with that performance from the team. Very disappointed.
I'm not convinced. We say this was coming, like they're the bottom side in the league. And let's be realistic, they were never going to come out and attack you lot. So it was either naive or stupidity. I don't really see there's 2 ways about it.
It's a combination of everything.
And to be fair, and the other thing is you can say they set traps, but it's not like they again, you know, you not only do you know what they were going to do, but what one of the goals came from a set piece, like, you know, it's not like
both times though, both goals were shocking from Manchester United. Both goals, like I said, the first one, De Gea should have cleared people out the way. Once again, doing his timid thing again. And to be honest, if you really want to be honest, both goals is De Gea's fault, really. I mean, the second goal is like a combination, but he was involved in both errors. But the mentality of the team, the complacency as well, but also, like I said, the lack of creativity, it was the problem, and it's happened before. It's been going on when teams come up. Man United's form at Old Trafford, yeah, we've won 4, lost
to Spurs, lost to Palace, lost to Sheffield.
Yeah, 1-4, lost 4, and drawn 2. That is horrible.
So
go on.
So okay, I have to ask this, and I'm gonna maybe flick it to Migs to maybe see, because I know you didn't watch it, but let's see if he's got an opinion on it. So you've spoken about Martial, you've spoken about De Gea. Like, let's be realistic. People have been sending shots at Timo Werner, but Martial's having a shocking season. When's Martial gonna get properly dropped and start getting some heat from people? And number 2, De Gea, you obviously got a backup goalkeeper who sits on the bench and gets paid like, I don't know, 100 and something grand a week. When's De Gea's been making mistakes for a few seasons now. Now, yesterday, maybe they weren't very big mistakes, like some of the other ones he's done in the past, like overt, blatant mistakes, but they were, I don't know, lapses, not in maybe concentration, but in maybe showing your authority, a lapse in authority. When is he going to because basically, my thought process is, it's all well and good saying these people made mistakes, but when people make mistakes, there has to be consequences, I would have thought. Otherwise, just going to keep doing it again.
Yeah, well, to be fair, okay, let's start with the Martial thing. Yeah, Martial's having a mare this season, to the point where, like, his confidence is rock bottom. He's playing poor. Even things that he's usually good at, like his hold-up play, he's getting moves off the ball. And yeah, to be honest, in terms of the other options and when's he going to get dropped, I think, to be honest, with Cavani here already, you're already beginning to see Martial's not playing as much, and you would think that would motivate him, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the writing's on the wall for Martial if he carries on like this. Now, De Gea has actually had a good season. He's made some terrific saves. He's been pretty strong throughout this season. Henderson probably raised De Gea's game. This was the first sort of like real error in a little bit still, and the way this happened, both errors were quite worrying. Is he going to get dropped for Henderson? I don't know. I don't see it happening so soon. Man United's next game is Arsenal. Arsenal on form. I don't see Man United making a big decision to drop De Gea for Henderson now. So I think De Gea's been on form this season. I just think it was a shocker of a game. And hopefully it will be a kick up the backside for the team.
Okay. Thinking what to say. Migs, I know you didn't watch it, but you obviously watch Man United because they are rivals. What's your opinion on the situation? And let's put it this way: are they going to end up like you lot?
Depends really. They're a double-edged sword. Like, it's good to have players who have individual moments. Obviously, doing it consistently is what makes you world class. So yeah, I mean, I guess like Liverpool could have done with that, because our players have just been like, the team starts failing, everyone starts failing. And sometimes you just need a player to just, But United's unpredictable. Like, it's switching around. Like, one week is Bruno, next week is Pogba, and normally that's good, because like when we won the league last season, somebody else will turn up. But everyone else still has to have decent games. Like, you can't have players, just passengers in the team. Like, you don't need to. Yeah.
Sorry, but you know what the difference is, like, with what I'll say the better teams in the league, i.e. Liverpool, i.e. Man City in particular. Like, they have a way of a style of play in it. So it's not
grinding the team down.
Yeah, so it's not just relying on we've said this bare times. It's not just relying on the individuals, innit? I know Liverpool's off form, but it is what it is. You guys will kick into form at some point in the near future. But with United, literally, it's been like the Bruno show, and then when he faded out, Pogba's got a couple 3 points for us lately, or Rashford's got 3 points for us. Do you know what I mean? And it's a lot of individual moments. It's not like Man United play sick football. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I think it's a bit different. If literally it's a confidence thing. If Man United's confidence drops in terms of like all these star players, the confidence go, Man United will tumble down that league very quickly. So.
Yeah, but I would have thought you'd say that about most teams with the confidence, right? If the confidence drops of a lot of players. And also, my other question to you then is, because I asked you this before, if Ollie's the right guy for Man United, and you said you're not sure, blah, 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 blah. You obviously didn't say blah, 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 but paraphrase. My point is, if you believe it's down to individual brilliance, then surely it's not anything to really do with him. And surely, if it can't be sustained individual brilliance, then surely it's just a matter of time before this guy collapses. This is just my thought process. I'm just...
Yeah, it's logical. It's a logical way to put it. And like I said I think it was the last one, I did say that I'm keeping the same energy with the whole Ollie out thing. But I said he was responding. He seems to be responding to it. And if we get the points, then, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But the reality is just like, and if you ask most United fans, they'll tell you the same thing, that we haven't really been impressed with how we're playing. We've been happy with the results, isn't it? As it is a results business. So yeah, for me, and you're right, confidence would affect most teams, but the way Manchester United play, it's individual moments. We're a counter-attacking team. Do you understand? This is why whenever we come up against these low block teams, suddenly we're scrambling. We've just lost to the okay, you said it's the second worst team, but currently the worst team in the Prem.
No. I meant the second worst in history. They're definitely the worst in the Prem at the moment.
Yeah, the worst in the Prem. And literally, they came with the most simple tactic. They came 5-3-2, Man United are panicking. Do you understand? Now, the thing is that in the Prem, most teams won't do that. Yeah. And also, Manchester United's away form is a stark contrast to their home form. At Old Trafford, for the last 3 seasons, Man United have been shocking. But away, Man United tend to get results. So, I don't know. It's an interesting couple of games coming up. Man United got, like I said, Arsenal away. Then they've got Southampton. Then they got Everton. Yeah. These are all games that Man United can easily just lose them games if they're not focused.
No, it feels like Southampton think they want to start bottling it now, by the way. But anyway, let's not even... Ever since they beat Liverpool, they don't care no more. But all right, I want to flick it. One quick question. Mick, did you watch the Chelsea game? You didn't, did you?
No.
Okay, to be honest, you didn't miss much. Obviously, I watched it.
Yeah, I heard it was a frustrating draw, but...
You know what? To be honest, Wolves didn't really come to play football. They came to just shout on the break. But...
same for, you see? It's the same
of course.
Yeah.
But to be honest, considering where Wolves are in the league, I'm not surprised. They're like, what are they, 14th or something like that? They're quite low down in the league.
They're having a poor season in comparison.
Yeah, because they lost Jimenez and he's basically it up front for them, isn't it? So, but they probably had the best chances in the game. I don't know what to say.
Sorry, before we go into the Chelsea analysis, I just want to say one more thing about the whole the racism stuff that's popped out from last night. Yeah, for me, obviously, we're standing by the players, Tuanzebe and Martial, but it's disgusting. All them people throwing out the racial abuse. If you think you're United fans, you know what I mean, shocking behaviour, not tolerating none of that nonsense, man. Yeah, sorry, carry on.
No, I to be honest, what you said is true. I agree. The only thing I'd say is, I think when I saw what happened to Zaha,
Zaha, what happened again?
The little Aston Villa kid telling him don't turn up this, that.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It was like a child. It was like someone that was like 8 or something like that. It wasn't like a big man or something like that, which says some of these thoughts are really ingrained in the population. So it would be interesting to see more information on who these people are that actually, because obviously these are just internet trolls, but and that doesn't take it away from anything, but it just means, even though it's still wrong, and when it's a child saying it, I don't think it has the same malicious intent as when an older, when some people are saying stuff and they mean it, like
it's a problem in the society.
Yeah.
Problem and social media, because I'm seeing people come up with all these suggestions and stuff. But now more than ever, like social media, especially with fans not at the stadium, social media is on another level right now. I see people saying things like maybe there should be some sort of ID thing whenever you sign up with different like Twitter or whatever. I don't know, man, but right now, like in terms of just the general status of what's happening just in the world and in the country, yeah, to be getting bare racial abuse is an issue, man. It can definitely do something to your mental health, innit? But
that man don't care. That man don't care. But anyway, back to Tuchel. To be honest, I didn't really have much to say. He's on an 18-month deal. We'll see how it goes. I'll be honest, I wasn't very impressed with the lineup.
Do you think you're being unfair though, bro? He's only been there, what, 2 days?
Yeah, I know. I'm not. I said. Well, I haven't said they should leave. Listen, end of the day, as I say about any manager, any general manager that comes in, I think they deserve time. And end of the day, Chelsea, if the manager's not doing well, Chelsea will get rid of the manager anyway. So I don't need to worry about a manager underperforming because I know who'll get clipped. But all I'm saying is, I wasn't impressed with the team he put out because, as I said to someone else, football, as everyone knows, football needs to be played with pace, with people running in behind, and people dropping into like gaps and in the middle, receiving the ball, fizzing the ball into feet, playing 1-2s. And I know he's only been there 2 days, so obviously let's be realistic. He's only had like maybe one training session with them. He's not going to turn them into Barcelona overnight. So, but what I'm saying is, if he's going to be building his team around Jorginho, we could have a problem, bruv, because that guy's passing's not great. And let's put it this way, he's not mobile and his passing's not great. So it's a bit like, what are you there for? But
probably looking at Jorginho, how he looks at, he probably, obviously he's probably trying to mirror his PSG lot in it. And
who the hell at PSG is that Jorginho, bruv?
No, he's trying to do the whole variety thing, innit? But
he is not. Listen, don't even go there, bruv. I knew you were going to say the name. Don't even go. Verratti's it's like a pit bull, bruv. And he's way more dynamic and physical and everything. He's short. He's probably shorter, but it's in terms of like pace, like power, strength, everything. Jorginho's a lightweight, bruv. He's like a feather, and his passing's dead as well. Let me get me started on that guy, man. Anyway, so I don't want to talk about that.
On wing? What do you think about playing Hudson right wing back as well?
Yeah, he's fantastic. Look, let's put it this way: if he wants to play 3 at the back, then you would have thought Aspilicueta, James would be a good option because he's more defensive. But Hudson-Odoi is so quick, and Ziyech was just playing these slide through balls down the line, putting him in basically, so he could just cross it. We had a few good chances from it actually as well. So, I think it made sense, especially if you've got 3 centre-backs. I'm not even starting Rudiger, but if you've got 3 centre-backs that can actually defend, then having a right wing back that can actually defend as well is probably a bit too many. Especially when the left back can defend as well. Like it's a bit starting to get a bit much. Plus, we know Jorginho is probably not going to cross the halfway line. So if you guys give things, we probably got like 5 defenders in essence already. So yeah, there's not much really to talk about there. We'll wait to see how that turns out. We've got Burnley on the weekend. We'll see how that goes. All right then. Let's get onto a juicy part. So, I was sent some pictures, which Silent K is going to show, which you're going to be able to see in the actual. I can't spell. Anyway, so you can see some pictures popping up at this present moment in time of 2 football teams, Team A and Team B. I'm not going to say which team's better because, in my opinion, in fact, we can actually discuss that as well. So, Team A is obviously AC Milan. This is the AC Milan team that played Liverpool, I believe, actually. Or maybe it's not, actually. Hold on a second. Who the hell is that? What's the name of that Don that used to play in the midfield for... Now, I'm missing something, bro.
That's not Ambrosini.
That's Nesta, Shevchenko. Oh, Ambrosini. That's it. Okay. And the left back's... That's not Zambrotta.
No. So this AC Milan team...
This isn't even the right one.
No, but okay. So the AC Milan team you're referring to, yeah.
I know who I expect. Dida, Cafu right back,
Yeah.
Stam and Nesta, Maldini left back,
Yeah.
Gattuso, Pirlo, Seedorf, Kaká, and then probably Shevchenko and Crespo or Inzaghi.
We'll
That's
run
the
with
team I'm
that.
talking about. Who the hell is this, bro? No wonder they said Team B.
We'll run
I
with
was looking at this. I was like, who's this guy, bro?
We'll run with that
Let
team.
me see this.
Nah, we can't run with that team, bro. I like Ambrosini, but nah, I'm not having that, bro.
Oh, this.
No. Don't
Oh,
worry.
this is the 2008 Milan team.
Yeah, we'll run with the team that you just did the lineup on.
Okay, yeah, all right, cool. So, first question. Team, and in the Barcelona team, obviously, again, you can see this Barca team. Abidal. In fact, let's start from the goalkeeper. Valdez, right back, Alves. Centre backs would have been, for this picture, it's Mascherano and PK. Then left back, Abidal. Centre mids or midfielders, Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets, obviously at the base, with Messi, Pedro, and David Villa up front. So this is the team that played Man United in the 2011 final at Wembley.
Do you know what?
3-1. So we'll start with this. I'll start with Miggs though, just because he played the first team. Which team's better, Team A or Team B?
I'd probably just say Team B. I mean,
what makes you say
actually, wait. Team B's Barca, right? We're talking Barca.
Team B's Barca. AC
I mean, just for the fact that AC lost us, like they had no right to lose that game. Like, especially 3 goals up. Like, I mean, obviously, I'll hype my team in it. You know, I'll use it as drug propaganda. But you just can't lose like that. 3-0 in the Champions League final. And
that's a propaganda.
I mean, we probably shouldn't have been there in the first place, but you can't lose like that.
Let's not even go there.
No, I wasn't talking about that. I just meant underdog, you know. But yeah, I don't know how they lost, but they did, and it's like a massive mark, a massive stain on their legacy.
But is it on them or maybe the manager?
Could be both, but everybody remembers the team. I mean, people remember the manager, but you know, when people talk about teams, they'll bring out the manager, but players are important. So yeah, I mean, you're losing to people, Jimmy Traore in the team. You know, I don't know how you lose like that.
Okay.
And then obviously going up against Fergie's United, you know, obviously not United's strongest ever team, but
I was going to say the United team was decent, but it wasn't the United super duper United, if you know what I mean. But let's flip.
Was that the season Scholes got benched in the final?
No, I think. We might have, you know.
09.
No, Scholes played in 09 because I remember they ran rings around him. That was in France. They ran rings.
I think he was injured. Either he was injured or he got benched. And was it Kagawa? No, not Kagawa.
No, Park.
No, it's Park.
Don't worry, I'm going to come into Park in a minute.
Yeah.
Man, let me pull up the Man United squad from that final. All right, I want to flick it to Silent K. What team you choosing and why?
It's a mad one. So I think in terms of that, just the style of play, you would say that the Barca team's better. But if you was to go individually, you're probably going to pick more AC Milan players on an individual level.
Okay, we're going to do that in a second, by the way. But why would you pick the Barca team?
Oh, like they were devastating. They were devastating as a unit. That is a proper team in terms of cohesion. They press, defend as a team. Obviously, they had individual brilliance as well on top of that, in the form of Messi, and this is like peak Messi as well. So yeah, very, very good team, man. It's just they dictate. You can't get the ball off of them. You're chasing shadows. As a United fan, we had 2 different finals against this top team, and yeah, man, Barca as a unit. Pep had them playing a different brand of football, man.
Okay, I'm looking at the teams here. To be honest, the bench for Barca is actually not very good. So the bench, I can't even pronounce this guy's name, bruv. Olazabal, the keeper. Puyol was on the bench. Kirčić, Bojan, Keita, Ibrahim Afellay, Adriano, the fullback Adriano, and Liverpool Thiago Alcantara, all on the bench. Man United's bench was Kuszak, Owen, Anderson, Smalling, Nani, Scholes, and Darren Fletcher. I'm not gonna lie, Man United's bench is a bit like flatbread, bro. But you know, we'll just go from there.
Right, go ahead. Go ahead.
What? Hold on. Wait. You said it's not.
What?
Okay.
So this is the Wembley final, isn't it?
Yeah, they were both up. No, the other one was in France. So, yeah, it was. So, hold on. What do you mean by?
Russia, isn't it?
No, that one was definitely in France. The one Rome. No, I think it was Rome.
Rome. I think it's
Rome.
Rome. Yeah.
It's Rome. Yeah, that was one with Etu squad. Yeah, in the header. So I said the bench was that flatbread. Let's be realistic. Apart from Scholes, that bench is kind of dead, bruv.
What's the bench? It was
Fletcher.
Owen. Okay.
Smalling.
Actually, hold on. Just go back. So that
Kushan?
that final, yeah, if I recall, that's the final where Fergie, even Rio Ferdinand was criticizing it recently on BT about that game. Fergie.
What going to say?
Oh, yeah.
Lie, Rio.
No, but he made a good point.
Go on. I want to hear this point. I might have to give Rio a red for this, bruv.
In regards to how we set up our team. Now, and Fergie even spoke about it in his book as well. So, like, usually what Fergie does against these possession teams at that time, he usually floods the team, floods the midfield. It will definitely have Darren Fletcher playing in that one. Hold on. Fletcher was on the bench, you just said?
Fletcher didn't even come on.
I'm thinking about, when was Fletcher suspended? Was that the first final? Must have been the first final.
I don't know. No, I don't know. I'll have to check.
One of them, he got a yellow card against Arsenal in the semi.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at this Man United team, and I'm not surprised you don't got popped. It's kind of shit.
The lineup was poor.
I'm looking at Man United's lineup, and it's shocking, actually.
Yeah.
The thing is, okay. Let me just quickly say. So me, obviously, if I'm going to pick between the two teams, you know what? Yeah. It's a tough one, you know. I think for me, it's a lot tougher. I know that AC Milan team failed in that game against Liverpool, but I think it's a lot closer because that AC Milan, for me, that AC Milan team was something else, bruv. They were because I feel this Barca team, although it was good, it did have, the main issue with this Barca team was that they were just better footballers than you, so you couldn't get the ball. And because of that, it made it very difficult for you to score goals. But I feel, obviously, the AC Milan team, from the defensive point of view, they were good at football, they were strong defensively, and they could score goals. So I think as a team, they were probably more balanced, which is what puts them higher in my favour, with the way I look at them. But this Man United team, so I'm looking, Hernandez was up front, with Rooney behind him. The midfield, you had a left back, we'll start from the back. Van der Sar in goal, right back, Fabio, Ferdinand and Vidic, Evra left back, Valencia, right mid, Carrick and Giggs, centre mid, Park, then Rooney and Hernandez. I know you see, when you heard that Giggs centre mid, didn't it? Listen, you can't be throwing old man Giggs in against these young keep ball. And you know Carrick's got no mobility anyway. Yeah,
so that's why United lost that final, to be honest.
But to be honest,
and even just going back to what you said about what you said about Milan. Yeah, Milan was a well-balanced team. But Barca, you could argue because United was really on form them couple of years. Do you understand? Man United was really on form them couple of years, and Barca on both occasions came and just played us off the park. You understand? So for me, I don't know, this level of football Barca was playing on, I don't know, there's another level, man.
Two things. One, Man United were good. Still, maybe in the Premier United were decent that season. I'll probably give you that. But in the grand scheme of things, you didn't do very well against AC Milan either.
Oh yeah, Milan.
I remember when you played AC Milan in that 2004. They beat you home and away 1-0, bro.
Yeah, but I'm sure. Like Milan, they've had their moments against us with Kaká. Yeah, they've had their moments for sure.
Yeah, but that was even that same season. Yeah, exactly.
I remember us losing to them in the rain in San Siro. That was tough. Yeah. It was I remember Ronaldo getting absolutely manhandled by Cafu, bro.
But what was I going to say? So I'm looking here because I remember that game at Old Trafford. I mean at Wembley, because I think that was the day when they ended Thingy's career at Park, bro. Because everyone used to, everyone used to say Park had like two hearts, bro, and he used to run around the pitch.
Free lung.
All them organs, bro. But they took all of them away, bro. This guy had no energy, bruv. He was on like grey bar, like it was pro, bruv. Come like the 70th minute, fam. But all right, let's mix it up. Let's mix it up a bit. So let's try and put together the best 11 out of the two teams. So, and I think we should probably try and do this kind of collectively more than anything. So let's see if we disagree anywhere. So centre backs. Goalkeeper first. I'm not picking Valdez, by the way.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm not a fan of either of them. To be fair.
Yeah, I'm not Dina's biggest fan, but
yeah,
Valdez, nah. I can't have that.
He was the weak link in the team. Like,
I'm sorry, yeah. Everyone knew if you get some shots off at him, you could score, bruv. Because we did it. We got some shots off at him, but we done that before. So that's Valdez. Okay, so Dina's in goal. Right back.
Yeah.
I like Alves, but I'm sorry, man. You can't beat Cafu, bro. That's a World Cup winning captain, bruv.
I'm saying, when they start going individual, you're going to see that AC Milan individually is better.
In fact, do you know what? I'm sorry. I'm taking that whole back four, bruv.
I'm telling you, you're not going to...
I'm thinking Cafu, Leicester.
You've already got a goalie.
And I'm taking the left back Maldini, bruv. So I'm taking that whole back four. Okay, now let's get into the crux of things. So who's the DMF?
All right, so it's Pirlo versus Busquets.
I'm taking Pirlo, you know. I think I have to take Pirlo. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. This is why I said I'm not sure about this Barca team, bro. I'm taking Pirlo. Mings, what are you saying? What, Pirlo or Busquets?
I'm a Busquets fan, yeah. I think Busquets is severely underrated.
No, not from me. Listen, Busquets is a baller, bruv. But Pirlo, bruv, left foot, right foot. The spread, the play. Fam, I see this guy play these balls for Grosso, bruv, with his wrong foot, fam, down the side. Just playing these inch part. Do you remember what he did to Ghana in that World Cup, bruv? Wait, listen. No. Do you remember what Pirlo did to England?
Do you know what? I'm just thinking of Busquets. He's got good defensive capability as well, though, you know.
Yeah, and he could get on
I don't know about that, man. He's not stupid, but he's a bit of a diver. He knows what he's doing. He's smart.
You know, he's smart.
Well, yeah, but like, he's got the ability to get out of the press.
No. Sorry, Busquets is not better than Pirlo. Never. No, he's not. Yeah, he was good he was part of a good makeup, you know.
Busquets is a baller. Don't get me wrong, I'm not slagging off Busquets.
No, but he had this intelligence. Like, he could get out of a press, right? And you wouldn't even be near him in the press. Like, you're a good 10, 15 yards away from him, and he turned one way, and they'd run to press him there. He turns another way. They're still nowhere near him, and he's created a hole in your midfield, and he plays the ball. Like, and he used to do that a lot. I think he was underrated. Like,
underrated. I think, but as I said, I think Busquets. For me, it was when England played Italy, and Italy had like something dumb like 20 shots on goal, bruv. And I think it was either Rooney or Roy Carroll. One of them come on, and then I think it was Roy Carroll. He come on, and then he tried to come to Pirlo. He was behind Pirlo, so he tried to like sneak up and tackle him. Pirlo was running, and then he stopped. And then Carroll stopped as well, and then he carried on running. And I went, oh, how's man just giving man a start, bruv? And he's behind him. I went, nah, this Pirlo done. It needs to stop. Remember all the memes again about with him, how they said how he was preparing for England and he was sitting there drinking the wine.
Drinking wine and stuff. Yeah, that was in the farm and that. This guy.
All right. So let's
picking out grapes.
So the next two are obviously Xavi and Iniesta versus Gattuso and Seedorf. Now, we don't need to. We can split them, bruv. So there's two positions and there's four people. Yeah. I'm sorry. For me, Gattuso's gone.
Both gone. To be honest, Gattuso and Seedorf are both gone.
Yeah, I'm taking the other two. I would have taken the trio, to be honest, but yeah.
I like Seedorf, man.
We all like Seedorf. You know what I mean? That better. When he slaps the football, bruv, it's a problem. And he's a very good player, isn't it? Man was captain for Ajax at 16 or whatever it was, bruv.
All right. I can accept that, though. I'm not really going to try and fight against Iniesta and Xavi, bruv. That would be silly. Okay, so here comes the tough part.
All right, this bit here, yeah, because
depends on the formation.
Hackers was their 10, but do we want to kind of like put him as a 10? Like,
no. Let's just get the first thing out of the way first.
Yeah.
What players finished, bruv? I think Pedro's not making it, first of all. Pedro was sick, man. But you know what? I'm sorry, Pedro. These men seem to me they're a bit of a different echelon, bruv. Like, them man, something else, bruv. And so let's put the players in. Let's put his perspective. You got Messi, Villa, Shevchenko, Crespo, and who's the last one? Kaka. Okay. So there's three of us and there's three players. So let's pick one each.
Kaka's in there.
Okay,
Messi,
I can agree with that. No, well, we can't really do anything on Messi. So then it's Shevchenko versus Villa, basically.
It's got to be Shevchenko. That Shevchenko was level.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with you there as well. I think the problem with Shevchenko is that he gets a lot of stick because of his time at Chelsea, but people don't remember his time at Dynamo Kiev and his time at AC Milan. They have a dangerous.
Listen, Kiev and Milan, Shevchenko was arguably the best striker in Europe.
I don't disagree with you. That's what I'm saying. People don't respect him, bro. This is because he went to Chelsea. People don't respect him, bro. That's what they do.
I don't even think
blah 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 blah.
I don't think people even think about his time at Chelsea.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Okay, let me ask you another question. Oh, actually, you know what? There's something else I want to bring up. Actually, this guy Dwayne asked me, "Have we started?" You know. All right, there's something else I want to bring up. Actually, let me ask you a question. So, if you had to pick a striker out of two, who would you pick? Shevchenko or Ibrahimovic?
Shevchenko.
Okay, good. Same. Just making sure. Just making sure.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm thinking, should we even dive into this topic, bruv? These two wrestlers, bruv. These two wrestlers in the AC for the Milan derby, bruv.
Ooh. Hey.
I'm not even sure what to say about it.
I don't even want to say too much because you know.
I might have to give a red, bruv. You know what? I'm gonna have to give a few reds for that, fam. Hey, do you know what? Let's not even let's flick this to maybe the Liverpool Tottenham game, bruv, and then we'll get into our straight reds, bruv.
Yeah.
All right. So Biggs, we say for Liverpool Tottenham.
I'm expecting Mourinho to bring the double decker in front of the goal. You know.
Yeah, but are you gonna kick down the double decker, bruv? Are you gonna bust into the window?
Me personally, I'm a bit at home with it, but whether the team will do it, I don't know, because I feel like there's a bit of a mutiny within the camp. I'm hearing players. Who was it? The Athletic said that. They said players and the manager surprised that FSG aren't buying a centre back. So
what are you not play?
Huh?
So what are you do not play?
No, but it doesn't look good for the club if you're hearing that your players are like having problems with the owner. Like,
come on, man. I'm a Chelsea fan, but we've been having problems with all sorts for too long.
I mean, but that's how your club works, though, isn't it? Like,
all right.
Like they come in, the players get to play bad, and then they'll bring in a new manager because the players are right, and the Abramovich don't care on it. He's like, I can afford to sack this guy. I'll just get somebody else in, get the team playing well, and then.
So what are you saying? Then you're going to take it out tomorrow?
No. I'm just talking. I'm just talking about the atmosphere around the club right now. I mean, can we beat Tottenham? Yeah, I think if we beat them today.
Not can. Will you beat, bruv? We don't like all the sitting on the fence, bruv.
Oh, sitting on the fence.
Stuff there with your chest, bruv. Hey.
No, I think
chest,
I think we'll beat Tottenham. Our problem, right, is playing the lower teams. We've been pretty good, above average against the top teams. Like even what team was it? We had Salah out for Leicester, and we still beat them like 3-0. Like we're pretty good against the top teams. It's the smaller teams which we struggle to break down, and then. I know Van Dijk's our centre back, but he does play like a big role.
Yeah, no, he's like a quarterback.
Yeah, he'll ping out those passes to Salah and Mane down the wing, and no, I feel we can beat Tottenham, and I don't know, Tottenham hasn't really impressed me this season either. But
yeah, but you're not exactly in like sparkling form, are you? Like you're taking a few L's, bruv. Like, Burnley beat you, bruv. Like,
you know what, Tottenham's record against Liverpool is poor. They've lost the last 7 games against them.
Yeah, I think if we beat them, this will be like the third double we do over them in a row.
It's poor.
Or something crazy like that.
Yeah,
like,
listen, I'm not disagreeing with any of that.
I mean, obviously, records get broken eventually, right? But I think Tottenham's a team we have, like, we've got their number. But the problem is, we never look good against Tottenham. That's the funny thing. They always look like either equal or better than us, but we pull out the win every time.
When you beat them early in the season, you really drubbed them, bro.
No, they should have beaten us. First game, they had ridiculous chances. They hit
They
crossbar,
did,
hit
but-
post.
Yeah.
Like they choked.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
if any decent form, like striker, would have scored half the chances Spurs got. Even Kane, like from close range, just hit the ball into the ground and missed completely. Like he probably would have scored that 9 out of 10 times. I don't know. I don't want to call them like the Spurs mentality, but something mentally when Spurs play us, it's like the luck's always there with us. No matter how we play, we manage to pull out a win against them.
Yeah, you've got Spurs' number, no doubt about it.
Yeah, he's trying to jinx you, bruv. When you lose tomorrow, I mean, when you lose today and you're on the next episode, remember he said that, fam.
No, but they, like I said, that head-to-head, last seven times, Liverpool pull a win out the bag, and you just said it could
That's
be
true.
the third.
But Sheffield haven't won at Old Trafford in what, 4 years?
Who?
Yeah, this is a new
Sheffield.
season, isn't it?
How many times has Crystal Palace come to Old Trafford and won now? So like past 2 seasons in a row, bruv. Like in the grand scheme of things, this is not a normal season, bruv. Tottenham won 6-1 at Old Trafford, fam. Fam, this is not a normal season at all, fam. At all. Like,
Listen, this season the results are shocking. You know what I mean? Like there's been bare results, 6-1 Tottenham. There was the what's it? Villa's result.
No, Liverpool. Yeah, we've taken quite a few frees, bruv. We've taken quite a few frees, bruv. Looking at the Chelsea T-shirt, bruv, the sponsor, we've taken quite a few frees, so I can't even try and hide from that. But okay. Well, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like Tottenham. I don't like Liverpool that much, but I don't like Tottenham. I'm not sure who I want to win more. I probably want Liverpool to win more than Tottenham. In fact, I do. I can't stand Tottenham, bruv. It's not in my best interest for them to win. So, but I don't even know if Silent Cave wants to comment on that game, to be honest. It's not even a big deal at the moment. After what happened to you yesterday, you don't care, do you?
Yeah, I don't really care what's going on over there. Really.
With the state my club's in, bruv. These upper echelon games aren't really for me to talk about, bruv. I need to just stick to my level. I
Fully, I expect a Liverpool win, to be honest. I saw you got Matip back as well.
Yeah, he missed the game against United, like as a precaution for this game.
You guys.
So he better.
He probably won't get through training. He probably won't get through the warm up.
Nah, I can't.
Injure himself walking onto the pitch.
Yeah, he went off of it. His last injury was like a back spasm. I was like, who the hell gets a back spasm?
Damn.
26.
Looking like he's 54. Like, no, I think that's our big problem as well, right? We just have a whole team full of. We have a team either players who never get injured or completely injury prone. There's never like a middle ground of players. Like we'll have someone like Wijnaldum who can play like 30 games in a row and be fine. And then we'll have like Keita who'll come back, put in a man of match performance and then be out for 6 months again.
Yeah, he's on the joke thing, that Keita.
Yeah. So
I didn't know his shirt numbers, bruv. I never see him play.
I'm just going off topic. I think that's one of Klopp's biggest problems. It's like which players stay. Obviously, he'll probably sell some players this come end of the season, but it's like, who do you keep? Because if you remember, he'll get like nostalgic and figure the good time you have with certain players. And you're like, yeah, this is good. But it's like, are they going to continuously do that? It's all good.
Well, they're gone.
Yeah, so like Keita, like when he plays, like he's great, but then he gets injured. And then you're just like, but then you're like, but he's going to come back from injury. And then you remember the games he plays. And then he plays them. And then you're like, yeah, this is the guy for the midfield. Then he gets injured again. And it's like, can you make long-term plans around somebody who's you're uncertain about?
I'm not going to lie. Like I was going to say before, like, not to delve too much into Liverpool, but I've been saying this for a while. I think, because I said this at the start of the season, I think this would probably be it for your team. And I'll tell you what I mean. So, in terms of the strike force and the midfield, it's not very young, is it?
No.
Henderson's 30, Fabinho's like 28, Wijnaldum's like 30, Thiago's like 29, Salah, Mane, they're all like 28, 29. Like, it's not like, you know, like, how's Van Dijk, 30?
Van Dijk's a couple of years younger.
No.
Is he 30? No, he's not 30. He's 29. Well, yeah, pretty much 30.
Yeah, like, it seems as if a bit like, some of these guys are, he's 30 in a few months. Some of these guys are getting a bit, I don't know, like, it seems as if the team, you might need a bit of a refresh soon, bruv.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the problem. Like, yeah, Keita's only 25, isn't he? He's injury prone. He's meant to be like a replacement for like the number 8 role in our team.
So it's 29.
Obviously, he's never fit. Genie's leaving. Who else is there? I mean, Curtis is still young.
I said Curtis.
Yeah. Curtis Johnson. I mean, he turned up against Tottenham, to be fair.
I said Tottenham. We're talking about your club, bro. You're trying to bring up Tottenham. After you, I was the last time you lot were saying he's bloody. I don't even know what you said last time, but it was insulting, bro. Him and that Reece, bro.
Which Reece? Wait. Oh, Reece Williams. Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to block him out. I
was thinking Reece Nelson. I was thinking, what? That's not my god. But yeah. No, I mean, we have younger players in it, but I mean, obviously Jota just came. He's 24, I think. Yeah, and obviously, eventually our front three is going to break up, right? I mean, it's been 4 years. But then there comes the problem of who do they get rid of and who stays. And obviously, we have a buy to sell. I mean, sell to buy policy.
To be honest, I think you should get rid of 2 of them and just keep. I think you should just keep Mane and get rid of the other 2.
No,
and I'll tell you why.
Problem. Oh, yeah, go on.
No. The reason why is because one, Salah kind of wants to go, or he's talking crap anyway. 2, I think you can still do something with Mane, and 3, realistically, Firmino, bruv. If he's got any sell-on, to be fair, I don't know if he's even got much sell-on value because I never hear anyone really wanting to buy him. To be honest, not even to send any shots, bruv. But who would come for Firmino?
I don't know. That's the problem. Like, we gotta fix it up. But then the problem is, right? We're like, sell Salah. That's all good. But then he's our best forward. I know people argue and they'll be like, Mane's better. I'm like, yeah, Mane's got better step overs. He looks better. But like, when it comes down to it, you need somebody who scores goals. And Salah's that guy. I don't care how ugly his dribbling is. Like, if he scores goals, he's a better forward. Like, I don't want somebody terrorizing the defense. Like, I might as well just sell Mane and buy Traore. Like, if he's just going to do the same thing. Like, you're just going to run at the defense and do nothing. Just scored in
the last 38 games, bro. Let's not bring up Traore, bro.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you need a consistent goal scorer. Like, obviously, Mane's... I can't tell, right, because this season's a mess. But he's getting into that Firmino point where our fan base is just, he brings more. Like, he runs at defenders, he does this, he does that. And I'm like, yeah, but he's an attacker. Like,
you have to score goals.
He has to score goals on top of that. Like, those are bonuses, but you have a main job to do. And if you do that, and you're not doing that job, then the rest of it doesn't matter. Like, you can have the best pressing team, your strikers come back, but if you don't score any goals and you lose 1-0, like, all of that's just useless.
All right, people, it's time for that part of the show which you all know and love. When we get to decide who's failed us in the world of football this week, who's let us down, what keeps us up at night, or who's just said something or done something really stupid. So, I'm going to start with Silent K, just to be kind. Who's your straight red this week?
Would have been very easy to give it to Man United, but I'm going to keep the same energy as last week because since our last discussion regarding VAR and that Man City offside, they've now flipping retracted themselves and said, oh, now moving forward, if that happens, that's going to be classed as offside. And I said to myself, like, that once again, it's the inconsistency of VAR and the
it's not a VAR problem. It's not a VAR problem.
It's what would you say it is? FA? What would you say it is?
It's the rules. It's nothing to do with VAR.
I think it's IAFB or whatever they're called.
The confusion, because like literally everybody had their own opinion on what that was. It wasn't clear cut, and that was the problem. And now they've come out and said, "Oh, if that situation was to happen again, it would be classed as offside." So it's shocking. So for me, that's my straight red, man.
But just to press on that though, 2 things. One, I think Mig said it like a few weeks ago about how because the same thing happened to Liverpool a few seasons ago with Tottenham, and no one said anything then. Really, like it was the same for Raw now. So I don't know why it matters now. No offense to Aston Villa, but that was a bigger game.
Was nothing said before?
I mean, well, by Liverpool fans, but they said Lovren touched the ball, so it's offside.
Yeah. So it's been an issue before.
But the for Raw this time.
Obviously, not on this scale, but it's been an issue before.
And number two,
And I think it's also because actually that makes sense. Go on.
and number two, this is the same thing we said the other week. The reason why I said it was okay and why I thought it was okay was because when does he become active again? I mean, when is he able to touch the ball again?
So then
that
just then follows on then, because if you're still confused, that's even more of a problem.
Yeah, but this is why before it made sense.
So now
before it made sense. They could say it's wrong, but it made sense. If Tuchel touches the ball and then he's played it, then obviously he's not offside. But now they're saying what? He has to control the ball, take down on his chest, then what? Wait 10 minutes and then he can be active again.
Yeah, that's probably the rules. Like,
Doesn't make any sense.
offside in itself is like normally it's like binary. It's just a strict yes or no offside. You know, they'll do it down to the millimeters. But the interpretation of, you know, when somebody's offside, like, that's thing to think about. Should it just become a thing if you're offside and the ball gets played in your direction? Like, play just stopped, or the ref could give an advantage. Like, it becomes an offense. Because technically, if he can't touch the ball, then the ref should have just been like, it's offside. Basically, Mings gets a free kick where he's standing, pretty much. Or wherever, you know, where you played offside, free kick from. But that would obviously make the rule more, you know, strict. So be open to less interpretation.
Make it strict then. There's nothing. If it's strict and clear, I'm fine with it. Because I remember, you know, back in the day, Henry, he used to stand offside, and then Perez or whoever would be running past him, Henry would just go like that. Like, I'm not involved. And I'm like, you're a pagan, bro. Because you're
Count did that one time. Yeah, I think Count ran to the ball, did some feints, and was like, he realized he's offside, and he was like,
it's nonsense.
And then somebody came and took the ball, and then, so I was like, yeah, I think if the player goes for it, then they're considered offside. Or even if, in Kane's case, he started running pretty much as the ball was played. So I feel like if you're making an active decision to try and play the ball, whether you're like, you know, you're making you're influencing the play of sorts, then it should be offside. Like, because in Lovren's case, he can't leave that ball. Like, Kane's on his shoulder.
Yeah,
like,
I'm with you.
Yeah, no centre back's gonna be like, I'm hoping he's offside and I'm gonna leave the ball. Like,
that's stupid.
Yeah, he's influencing how you play. Like,
they make it strict. I'm not saying make it strict, but they don't. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna flick it now. Mix straight red.
I don't know if it's gonna mirror, but you know.
Oh my god, really? Rolling red.
I mean, yeah, they've gone against the manager. I mean, I'm hearing the players too, so yeah, their reasoning's not making sense either. They're talking about COVID, but I'm seeing Villa sign players and they don't want to gamble, but nobody's asking for a Ruben Diaz, you know, City will just splash another 60 million on the defender halfway through the season because it's not going how they want. Like, we're just asking for a centre back. Like, you can just get somebody on the free who knows how to play centre back. If you're playing a defensive,
someone was on the free. I think anyone would sign them. Who? You need to give it more direction, bro. Who do you want, bro?
I'll take what's his name? Subasic. He's played with Klopp before. I mean, he's 32, but I'm not asking for, like, nobody's asking for Maldini, but you just need like an actual centre back so you can move our proper defensive midfield and Fabinho back into midfield. That's obviously when Matip's fit. Obviously, when he's not, then he'll be back there anyway. But yeah, like, playing without a proper centre back, knowing it's important to your game, and obviously, like, whoever comes in won't have the same impact as Van Dijk, even offensively. But having stability at the back is important because we usually push up, and then obviously Henderson covers for Trent, but he's not like amazing defensively. So your defense is exposed. So I'd rather, reduce. Yeah, go on.
It doesn't make any sense. He's on a free right now.
Yeah,
and they're saying they won't sign him. Are you sure?
What? Was it Subasic?
Yeah,
Sorry,
no.
Socrates was on the free, and then the one that just left Arsenal.
Yeah, but I think Subasic is actually on a free as well.
Was he on a free? Because I saw somebody bring up his name. Yeah,
I think they're both on a free because Arsenal cancelled Socrates' contract. But my point is, or something like that. But my point is, so you're saying you think they won't sign a player who's on a free?
Yeah, it seemed like.
What I'm saying, if that's true, boy, they might need him more than a red, boy, because these times
Yeah, like
that makes no sense to me.
Yeah, but then apparently there's rumors we're signing Upamecano in the summer. I'm like, problem is,
better than
right?
Wayne. He's better than Wayne there. Well done. The practice of one, didn't it?
No, FIFA time, FIFA, innit? But yeah, I don't know what they're going for. Like, they're gambling now because they don't want to. Like, nobody's asked them to spend 50 million on the centre back. We're just asking for a backup. Like, even when we bought, I don't know if you guys remember, what's his name? Clavan, the Estonian centre back. We had him for just you have like a centre back you can trust. Like, you're not expecting them.
Yeah, go on.
No, I mean he scored against Burnley, isn't it? Yeah, he won us the game actually. But no, but just an actual centre back in it, like, so you can play your strongest midfield at least. Like, because if you weaken your midfield to make your defense stronger, but it's still weak anyway.
Yeah, they're just gonna get through and be on their defense anyway. So
yeah, so at least strengthen. At least have two parts of your team strengthened, and then have one part slightly weaker. But yeah, they don't. Yeah.
Okay.
And this quick part. They just said they didn't want to gamble with a centre back, but I'm like, you're gambling with top four, which is going to cost you a hell of a lot of money if you don't make it. But I feel like they don't want it. I feel like they don't want us to make top four because they've been pushing this these rumors that they're going to.
Don't want you to make top four.
No, wait. I explain. No, wait. Let me explain. That sounds crazy, but
they're probably looking at fans like you, thinking, "Rah, these are them."
I explain. No, it sounds crazy.
Rumors are spreading about us, bro.
No, it sounds crazy, right? Because Champions League pays good money, right? Problem is, Liverpool fans are expecting a big signing this summer. Now they can use it as an excuse and be like, "Well, you guys, we didn't get top four, right? So we have to reevaluate." Because they're using COVID as an excuse.
That could end up being the end of your club, bruv. Like, them kind of things that could make it end up like blackmail.
No, that's my problem. Like,
this is good. This is.
You heard it her first, people.
Listen. I guarantee you, if we don't make top four in it, and you see we don't spend any money, and they blame us, like, you heard it here first.
Yeah, but come on, if anyone doesn't make top four, usually
and Scully. Huh?
but that's. I'm saying the point is, right, you've been expecting a big signing, right? And obviously they don't put money into the club anyways. So they're gonna be like, well, you guys don't have any money. And
you guys don't have any money. You guys don't have any money.
They're telling us we can't get a centre back because they made a new training centre. And I'm like, we haven't won.
Oh god. Fam, you need to trade up that Reece Williams, bro, in the future.
But that's their plan, right? They're not looking forward to they're not looking to buy players. They're trying to get us to a point where if we fall off, right, and we lose some players, they can just turn us into a Southampton and be like, oh yeah, here's this wonder kid. We're going to sell him to Barca for 50 million. That's how they plan to fund the club in the future. Because Liverpool's never had a good youth academy. Like, it's always been terrible. You just pop out with one amazing player once every 10, 15 years and be like, oh yeah, there's
20,
that guy.
20.
I mean, it was the gap. Wait, when did Gerald? Was that in the 90s? And then, I mean, we got Trent, but like, that's like two players and like.
Please, you're gonna bring that guy. Listen, I'm moving on, bro. Man said Trent. All right, anyway, listen. My straight red this week. So I've got a few probably actually. One which is probably shared by all of us, but one which I'm just gonna give it to because I said at the start of the season this guy was chatting patty, bruv, and I'll have to give him a straight red for this. So I'm giving a straight red to Harry Redknapp. Harry Redknapp came out and said a few things about Tuchel the other day, which he said, he hasn't, they say this, but he's, he wasn't great in Germany. He only won the German Cup and he won a few times with PSG, but, I don't see why he's got any better credentials than Frank or something like that. And I was just like, we all know you're related to him.
Uncle Harry.
Like, why you? It's not like we don't know, that you're not related. Like,
I know,
you sound like that. You need to use a third party or try. You know what I mean? Like,
get Merson or someone to talk on his behalf.
Yeah, like Merson to throw something in there. Someone that just not so obvious. I was being like, Harry, relax, bro. Like, I know you haven't been in the game for a long time and you can't do your taxes properly, but relax, bro. And my second straight red, to be honest, I wasn't even sure I should give it to this guy, but I'm gonna have to give it to two of them, bruv. That Milan derby was a shambles, bruv. Lukaku, for anyone who doesn't know, Lukaku and Ibrahimovic had an altercation. The ex-teammates. I'm not going to repeat the language of some of the things they said, but voodoo was mentioned, and so was sexual activities on one of the other players' wives and another person's mother. We do not condone any of that here on the Straight Red. We do not condone voodoo. We do not condone some of the sexual acts that were described because they're not consensual. We do not condone any of that here at Straight Red. I'm giving it to both of them because they used to play together and the stuff they were saying was nonsense. Play your football. Stop fighting each other and play your football.
Yeah, it got real heated, man. That was very serious. A lot was said.
It's shocking.
Yeah,
Absolutely shocking.
Bringing up people's mothers and stuff, just like it's childish.
Man brought up Judge. I said,
And Ibrahimovic is a good 37, 38, you know, something like that.
I thought
This man's almost 40.
40, bro.
I didn't Lukaku.
He's like 38, 39.
Bro,
He's
because I know,
age.
because Lukaku must be, he's 39. Oh,
That's what I'm
man.
saying.
No, you need to stop that, Zlatan, bro. You can't be shouting out, go do your voodoo with your 40-year-old man, bro. I'm not down with that.
Yeah.
Man's a good 11 years older than Lukaku. Nah, Lukaku's 27. Lukaku should know better. Oh, here we go. I just seen something. Paul Pogba plays down Zlatan Ibrahimovic racism after. Do you know what? Let's not even get into this topic before we get ourselves into trouble and straight.
Yes,
People, thank you for subscribing. Please subscribe. Thank you for watching another episode of Straight Red.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're out.
We're out. Peace.
Peace.